And welcome back to what should be the finish of this playthrough of Civilization. I've showed you in the previous video after I made the silly mistake of not recording what I have been up to, and I hope you do not mind that you missed the phase where I really built up my economy until this point. The trick is pretty easy, just build corporations in a city that is Wall Street. Preferably that city should also have a big shrine. And if possible 2 shrines even, but I haven't been able to get a second priest. And then after you have like 1 or 2 corporations, spread it to a few of your own cities for the bonus, and then just every single capital in the world, if you put your corporation in there, the computer will just spread it by himself. I think I can just... Yeah, let's go and build ourselves a spaceship. Science is going pretty fast. I am not going the max speed because I want some money to upgrade the units occasionally. This one is this is a previously Ethiopian city. I just noticed it's unhappy because it wants to rejoin its motherland. Well, you can't. You're Roman. Face it. Lots of other people had to face the same problem. Let's see, 3 gorge dams going on. Hollywood is nearly finished, but I have some other wonders I might want to build. So let's see if we have some very fast building cities. National Park I am building in this one because it already has some forest with forest preserves on. And the National Park gives 1 free specialist per forest preserve. You can just use specialists over here that don't require food. And it removes all unhealthiness for population, which is decent because the city can just grow, but that's really not that big of a boost, I think. It seems to be a decent city for building stuff, so let's do that. Let's give it the United Nations. Nice clean city for it. Eiffel Tower is being built, airport is being built over here. You can have a stab at this one. There's also a national one that I can build because I have built enough hospitals. Which is the Red Cross. Free medic 1 promotion for all units built in this city. This is already building level 3 units. This will just mean it will be level 3 and a medic. So, definitely one we want. There is some more I could have a stab at. But the Pentagon will take forever. And I don't really need the Pentagon because I'm not going to war anymore. If I'm going to fight anybody, it's going to be defensively. I need 4,200 gold to upgrade all my rifles to infantry. And sadly the path is not finished, then you can get mechanized infantry and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and I can build the internet, which is actually also very good. Grants all technologies acquired by any 2 known civilizations, and the effects of this last, which is very important. It means after you build it and somebody trades the technology you don't have, you get it for the rest of the game. Needless to say, that's pretty powerful. But the question is, where do I build it? I think I build it right over here. Yeah, it's fine. It's 42 turns total. The computers keep pestering me with all these requests. I often hit the escape button before I even read what they ask. Oh, that's not true. I glance at it, but there's really nothing they can offer me that I want. Most advanced, yes. Number 1 is Mr. BattleBunny, and second is Mansa Musa. It's actually, it's possible we might have a space race on our hands because he is going pretty quickly. He's still behind in technology quite a bit. Not an immediate threat, but a lot of wars going on this island. I don't think there has been any more peace. Well, a little. Justinian and Gilgamesh is still at it. Churchill has war with 2, Gilgamesh and Mansu. And it's very Very uneasy continent. I think it has 2 religions and a lot of people hate each other. You want chemistry? Of course you don't get chemistry just like that. One of the greatest fields of science in the world. No, I'm not biased. Why would I be biased towards chemistry?
What is happiness? The feeling that power is growing and that resistance is overcome.
Laboratory is pretty good. 50% spatial production and more science. And since we're going for space, that's definitely one we want. Robotics gives Mecha the last stage of upgrading all our units. First I want genetics. It will fix some immediate health problems we have. Gives +3 health in all cities. And we finish Hollywood. Excellent. We're gonna just try and grab every single one that we can, because why not? Well, besides the Pentagon. This gives us some more resources we can just trade away. 5 hit movies. We can trade them for stuff we need for our corporations, but nobody has really a lot of fish or other seafood. That's okay. We don't need any more. The more we get, the more effective our corporation is, but also the more expensive it is to maintain. And I'm pretty happy with the way I'm running for the moment. Oh yeah, we can start building spaceship parts now. I will do so in some decent building cities. Cities that have a decent production, I mean. This could be one, but I also want the laboratory to be present in those cities. So we'll do laboratories first, and then we'll start producing the spaceships rather quickly. There's also a wonder in the game that allows for quicker spaceship production, and I will definitely try and get it. And if you want to keep up with all the stuff that's happening, you should read all of this. A lot of build queues in effect. You can see a lot of stuff like barracks been built, we now start aqueduct, etc. That's because I don't like micromanaging major empires. A lot of stuff is just handled by the build queues. And the very good cities I will try and manage myself for the most part. Factory built, laboratory please. And we build another one though. The Eiffel Tower. This is actually one of my favorites in the game, in the late game. My favorite one is our all early game, of course. But late game, this is a pretty nice one to have. Especially if you're going for cultural victory. It's not that expensive to build a broadcast tower in the 3 cities you needed, but still. Free broadcast tower in every city. This is a rather unhealthy city, I think, yeah. We'll fix it. Get some trade routes going. We have a lot of money again, so I could upgrade, but I think I will just save money until I have finished robotics, which is the next tech I will investigate, invent. Observatory is needed for a laboratory, so I will build some observatories in cities that don't have great science output, but still... who's attacking me? Oh, this is a privateer. This is our very cool unit. They're like pirates. They don't carry any national flag, so you don't know who is attacking you with it. Still, I don't mind him picking off my ships. I don't need the ships anymore. I've spread the corporation I want to every single computer I can. And now I'm happy to be cooked up on this little island. Little island? Big continent of mine. And let's see if we can get the science up to like 10,000. Should be very doable. The turns are getting progressively longer now. Might have to do with me recording as well. And me reaching the future era.
Soon it will be a sin for parents to have a child which carries the heavy burden of genetic disease.
But as long as it's manageable, I will continue playing. Occasionally I've played a large map, which became unplayable. It has to do with the fact that computer opponents have lots of units running around, especially if they're waging war. I can really notice my turns being longer than when everybody's at peace. Finish the jail. Is there some more happiness I can give you? No, let's just go for the spaceship. The remainder of the Egyptian Empire, which is 3 cities, has now declared war on Churchill. I guess that's for diplomatic reasons, because everybody is declaring war on Churchill. If I want to make friends, I could also declare war on Churchill and have a mutual military struggle. But I don't need it. I think the power rating is high enough, and people have enough respect for this empire not to invade. However, once I get close to victory, they will attack, just out of desperation. One way, for instance, to stop the spaceship from arriving, even after you've launched it, you can raise the capital of the person that has launched the spaceship, and the spaceship will be gone. It's I don't know if it was intended like that. I guess it is, but it's a kind of a weird way to make sure you have another shot at victory. Freedom is the best motivator. Everybody's happy, so we get a +1 in all cities. It's nice, not really needed. Don't have any happiness problems, I think, except in the conquered cities from nations that are still around. But still, it's one of the reasons I like the random events. They give you nice little bonuses occasionally. You just have to live with some of the annoying stuff, but the bonuses are pretty good sometimes. And they also add a lot of flavor, I think, to the game. I really do. Yeah, turns are really progressing slower now. Frame rate is dropping. I hope I'm not getting too much lag with sound. A fire in the factory. Those arsonists are still around, probably. Generations after they built the forge. Oh, sorry, burned the forge. Again, we will pay it off. I don't want to lose the factory. I'm guessing about 100 turns of gameplay should be enough to finish this game, but judging by the way the turns are progressing now, 100 turns might be quite a bit of time. Also, oh, I know what's going on. That privateer is plundering trade routes. That is really significantly slowing down the game. I've experienced that before. Let me take care of him. Where is he? He's over here. Where's my fleet? Do I still have my fleet? Yes, I do. 1 frigate. Let's take care of that little guy. You will see it will take 6 turns, so sadly it will be 6 long turns. But after I take care of that little guy plundering my trade routes, the turns will progress a little bit more quickly. Somehow, because he is plundering the trade route lines over here, the computer recalculates all trade routes every turn. And that's quite a bit of math for my poor CPU. Every city needs a factory. It's just mandatory. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how this comes out, because playing this, recording this, and being plundered by a privateer, it's not fun for my computer. I don't mind my computer working for its money, but well, you don't want to watch paint dry, right? Which is kind of what this is becoming, if this is not going any faster soon. We'll definitely play a small map next time I play Civilization and record it. You want biology, just like that. You are clearly insane. Now let's start producing. 43 turns is fine. Everything that will finish quicker is an option. But 43 turns is fine because I won't finish the rest of the spaceship in that time period. So. That took care of that guy. And let's see if this actually helped and my theory was valid. Definitely seems a little bit smoother. Yeah, that's a lot
The
faster.
real problem is not whether machines think, but whether men do.
And we now can build the space elevator. Oh no, I need satellites as well. And we get the mechanized infantry. We will put those 12k we have in the bank to work right away. Let's see what old units we have left. We have a longbowman still around. And spearmen apparently. Let's do all the spearmen and the longbowmen for now. Actually, let's do some more. We still have 3 Praetorians. Also want to get rid of those. They are now mechanized infantry as well. What else do we got? We got 2 cannons. We don't need them. They can just go. And then I have riflemen, which will need about 12k. So a lot of fortifying going on next turn, and we will save up for the next batch of upgrades. The only and sole reason I'm doing this is because to get the power rating up. In case they have a surprise attack, it also helps of course to have some strong units on standby. But if that would be the reason, I would just wait until the attack and then upgrade. That gives a nice view of the Roman Empire this way. See a lot of different places in it. Can see that all the cities are growing nicely now, mostly because of the Sitsushi Corporation spreading in all of them. And we're getting up on 4,000 science now. I hope by the time we reach 1800 I have reached 5,000 science. That should be on track. Laboratory is finished. You can start on the thrusters. We need lots of thrusters. I think you need like 6 or something. I don't know exactly. And in the meantime I'll keep spreading the corporation. The executives and missionaries are now on automatic spread, which means after they've built them they will just go to a city of mine and spread. Because after I had infected all the artificial intelligence, there was no longer a need for me to direct it personally. And I do like the fact that they are not changing government to something that will block out all the Sitsushi. So as long as they are maintaining the corporation, I will make a boatload of money every turn. In fact, I could run at 80% right now for quite some time. And I've played games where my empire is a lot smaller and I've spread cooperation over a large map, and well, then you can just
Beep.
be 100%
Beep.
science and make a boatload of money. Let's see, what else do we need? Composites for the casing. I'll set up some more cities to build spaceship parts. The 3 gorges down will really help. Providing power in all cities, that will really boost production. Docking bay in 42 is fine. Let's go for it. Internet in 12 turns. I do think it will yield us some technologies right away, like fascism and other stuff they have traded already amongst themselves. That's the beauty of it, really. As soon as one person invents something and trades it to a neighbor, I will get it. Ah, finally we have a priest. I could use it for a golden age, but I'm gonna use it to build a shrine. I don't have a lot of Islam spread already, but I will take care of that with capital. And this city itself, and spread it like wildfire. 1 gold for each city is not a lot, but I have a lot of cities. It also provides a little happiness because of the free religion. So we will spread that new religion quite a bit and get the 2nd shrine working nicely. Laboratory, please. Oh yeah, now I can start the space elevator, which is kind of important, especially if I can get it quickly. This seems to be a decent city for it. 45 turns. And we'll have to delay the thrusters, but that's okay. We'll do it. 45 turns it is. Shame I don't have a production corporation. I could speed this along a little bit better even, but I do think it's a matter of time before I get a great engineer. No, we won't trade any technologies. We'll just get it later on. And this is an awesome wonder. Very powerful if you're late game and have a big continent like we do. Basically every city needs a factory. Every city that has a factory also now has power and has a lot more production. We lose 2500 science. It's not really that big. Again, I've upgraded a whole batch of infantry to mechanized infantry. User, build me lots of these guys. I'm not gonna neglect spreading the corporation to as many cities as I can. Because with the Aluminium Corporation and the Setsushi, even a small city can turn into quite a powerhouse, really. I really love the corporations and the way they work. Maybe I abuse them a little bit, because I tend to go for them pretty much every game, every late game I reach. Unless the computer beats me to it.
The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
It allows us to build casing, which is also for the spaceship. Fiber optics gives us the cockpit. Also quite a big project. Are quite on a roll when it comes to wonders now. This is kind of an important one, really. It will allow global elections. They can really hurt your game if somebody decides to go for diplomatic victory and gets it done. But the world is so divided on the other continent, I'm not really too worried about that. And it gives us a lot of nice features to annoy the other computer opponents. Global elections. You built me the rock and roll. Of course we'll vote for BattleBunny. It's gonna be a lot of votes just by the sheer size of our population. I get a random event where I can annoy the Ethiopians. I will not. Leading candidates BattleBunny. Nice. Did anybody vote for us? Yes, we actually got a few votes. Justinian voted for us. Babylonians and Churchill. I wonder if that's due to the power rating, because I don't think many of them like us a lot. Churchill even voted for us. He's pleased. I did have a random event when I wasn't recording that gave me a +1 with all leaders. That it's very powerful. But I didn't expect it to be that powerful. We are the leader of this global community. And I suspect it's due to mostly power rating. I can see the program I'm recording with is called Fraps, and it shows the frame rate. Normally it records at 30, now it's recording at 12. So I really hope this is not lagging too much, because I think it's weighing heavy on my equipment. Get another scientist. It's not what I'm hoping for. Can use it to get fiber optics. That's not the screen I was looking for. I want to see how my science is doing in major cities. Antium Baghdad is okay. It's not really worth it to build an academy there. Look at the differences between Rome and the rest of the cities. Rome is really an awesome city, both in production, science, commerce. What am I gonna do with you? I think I'm just gonna settle you. And I'm really unlucky with the great people. I was happy with the prophet, don't get me wrong, but I'm really hoping for a great engineer. When is the next great person due? 54 turns. Wow. I'm trying to get an artist as well. Yeah, it will be a while. I think the first one to discover fusion also gets a great engineer. That's very late in the game, but if you can pull it off, it's better than nothing. Here's the internet. And now we can play Civilization online. It's really, it's a proper Wonder movie, by the way. It's cool. Grants all technologies acquired by two known civilizations. Here we go. What do we get? We get military
Victorious
tradition.
warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win.
What more do we get? Fascism.
The great masses of the people will more easily fall victim to a big lie than to a small one.
This is, by the way, my favorite unit in the game. Because if you're... I've had so many games where it's been a blowout and you want to conquer some lands quickly. This is the way to go, really. If you have flight and you have some bombers, you just need to build paratroopers and you can really just take 3, 4, 5 cities every turn if you have enough units. It's amazing. These can drop next to cities, 5 tiles away. Mount Rushmore is a very cool one. We got more!
I must study politics and war, that my sons may have liberty to study mathematics and philosophy.
Excellent. Do we get even more? No, 3 technologies. It's not bad, really. Definitely worth building it. And now it's also starting on a monastery. Because I have this on automated build missionary and I have the missionary set to automatic spread, you don't really see them running around, but trust me. Every turn we have now 2 guys running to the next city and trying to spread the religion. And every city is 1 gold that is multiplied by all the factors. You don't have a granary, it's kind of slow. Actually like the fact that more people are now getting peaceful with each
There's
other.
a single light of science, and to brighten it anywhere is to brighten it everywhere.
It will allow my game to go a little bit faster. Yeah, let's go for fusion. Because I have now 2 cities built, set to build Islamic missionaries. Sorry, Islamic military now. I can only have 3 in existence at all times, so we'll have to change occasionally and switch back. You can build the cockpit. The spaceship is definitely getting off the ground now. Space elevator is done in 26. Oh, and the Babylonians have completed rock and roll, so we'll get a nice financial boost and we'll not be able to complete it. Still spreading sushi like crazy. Cannot construct the rock and roll, that's a shame. You can build Mount Rushmore. That will decrease war weariness if you ever get it by 25%. It's one of the ways to eventually get it down to 0, because if you build Mount Rushmore, if you build a jail in every city and then choose police state, you will have 0 war weariness. I've never used it really, it's just something I figured out along the way that it is possible, but police state is kind of a weird policy to run. You make 50% less science with it, and it's maybe good for endgame if you really want to conquer the world. I've never really tried it really. I think there are better options. You can go build missionaries again. And there's the privateer again. 2 of them this time. If he wins, I will definitely have to build a new ship. I'm pretty sure I can upgrade, really. Can I build destroyers by now? Pretty sure I can. Please win the second time. Thank you. Once I get destroyers, it's really the end of the age of privateers. Frigates are pretty much the end, but destroyers, then they really don't have a chance. Somebody wants to talk to me, but has some trouble loading. There is nothing you have that I want. No, I cannot upgrade yet to destroyers. Okay. Gilgamesh declared war on Churchill. Everybody's after Churchill, and I have to say his empire,
If the
looking at the
radiance
map
of
now,
1,000 suns were to burst at once into the sky, that would be like the splendor of the Mighty One. I am become death, the shatterer of worlds.
I am become death. That's pretty strong. We can build nukes, ICBMs, tactical nukes. But we have to build the Manhattan Project for it. And as much fun as nuking everybody is, I will not go for it this game. Build a laboratory in Rome, now do the airport. Another laboratory finished, you can start on thrusters. Now we can upgrade. We need a fission for it, apparently. I do not know all this stuff. I know a lot about the game, but don't know every single tech and advancement by heart. The reason I do know this game quite well, by the way, is not because I've played a million single-player games. It's because I have a buddy who also likes Civilization a lot, and for the moment he lives abroad. And we play cooperative games a lot, and I have to say the feature for this game to play cooperatively is quite ingenious, really. You always start out quite close to each other. You share all the research points you generate, so if you choose to research the same technology, it goes twice as fast. And if he chooses to invent something else, you immediately share all technologies that you both have. To top that off even further, you share every single wonder you have built. So if I build Stonehenge and I get a monument in all my cities, my ally, my teammate, also gets a monument in all of his cities. And I think that's really nice when it comes to team play. And of course you have the obvious things. If he gets attacked, I can send my army, I can give them units, I can give them great people if he ever needs it. If he has an holy city and I get a priest, you can just build a shrine for him. It's quite awesome, and we have tried beating the highest difficulty of the game with it quite a bunch of times. But even together, we cannot pull off deity, so we're happy playing on Immortal. Occasionally we give the computer opponents a team as well, just to give it a little bit more support. But once we set it to deity, the two of us cannot win, as sad as that may sound. I have never watched this movie and it's quite good. Christianity is on a different island, but still we built the big statue. No anarchy if we want to change civics at some point. Always handy, really. Right, this place definitely needs an airport. Or do we already have it? Because this island, a lot of workers get transported to it. No, we don't have it. And a lot of executives, and they get stuck over here eventually. I've seen that happen. And an easy fix for that is building an airport. You can just airlift out of here. Seem to be blind to it. Oh, here it is. 45 turns. Do that first. I don't want 40 workers on this island and none working on the mainland. Same goes for the Egyptian land, by the way. Mount Rushmore finished. This city can actually just build an industrial park without any problem polluting buildings in the game, but gives a nice boost to production because of the great engineer, and in my case also to science because of representation. And I want an airport on this island as well, unless I already have one. Yeah, I have one. That's cool. One is enough. It will keep the flow of units going. We are the largest. Mansa Musa is in second place when it comes to everything, probably. Observatory done. Do the laboratory then. You finished the laboratory, let's go spaceship. Slowly but steadily we're starting on it. And this is what I meant with global elections. You can choose a whole heap of things. You can choose to go for diplomatic victory. It requires 2/3 of all votes. It's quite tricky to get, at least in my experience. I know people who really make a science of all the diplomacy modifiers, hidden modifiers, all the math behind it. And they can pull it off quite easily, actually. It seems to be the most easy option when you play Immortal or Deity to pull off. But I don't like it because probably my middle finger diplomacy is biting me in the butt. I can choose this one. We get a +1 trade route in all cities. It's quite powerful. It benefits everybody, but obviously it benefits people with most cities the most. We can choose trade routes, open all borders. We can choose to vote for cannot build nuclear weapons. It's kind of self-explanatory, except it once this passes, nobody can ever build nuclear weapons. I kind of like this option at the moment. I don't want to be nuked. It's annoying. And there's lots of other stuff you can do. You can choose stuff like everybody should go free religion. It's fun to choose this one because a lot of religious nutcases always say, never, we will not abandon our faith. And then they get a huge happiness penalty because they use their veto. We can stop the war, etc., etc. I will go for no nukes, please. Let's just ride this out peacefully, nicely. There's no point in having nukes at this point because I want to go to space and win. Something's going on, or something's crashing. Either way. Ah, this is what happens when we complete the spaceship part. Apparently, normally this runs a lot smoother, but Fraps is quite a heavy program when it comes to running Civ, apparently. It succeeds. Everybody agrees, by the way. Every single one. Everybody voted yes. Nobody wants war with nukes. I've seen a lot of games where that's quite different, especially because I always play with aggressive AI.
Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Arthur C. Clarke. This is the guy that thought of the communication satellite before it was actually invented. He invented it, but never patented it. It's quite a sad story. He would have been a multi-billionaire by now if he did, but he didn't. Yeah, smart guy nonetheless. Don't worry about him. He does fine. Unless he's dead by now. I haven't checked. Let's see. What do we want? I think we have all the ingredients now for the spaceship. Which means there's no use really in other technologies except immediate benefits. Let's do refrigeration and then ecology and start fixing some of the health problems we might have. I want to build the engine in a city that's really fast when it comes to building spaceship parts. And we get the free engineer finally. Can build creative constructions. Is that because somebody else has invented the mining corporation and I haven't figured it out? Not that I want it. I don't want the mining corporation. This is the one I want. But I'm just curious here. I don't think so. Why can't I build the mining corporation? Is it because of the other corporations there? Yeah, that's probably it. Mining Corporation competes with Aluminum Corporation. Creative construction it is. Here we go, and I will shut down the automatic executives for the moment. Just because I want to direct these guys myself first. I want the space elevator to be done. I want Rome to get one. All the major cities first. Creative corporations gives a huge boost in culture and a little boost in production. And production, of course, is what I want. We need 2 engines. Just set up the one. Casing in 30 turns probably okay. 45. My god, do I even have a second city that is worthy of building it? Yeah, Antium. Actually, this is fine. It will do it in 35 turns. That's decent enough. 35 turns and I should be able to launch the spaceship. No, it's even quicker because of the space elevator. Justinian has declared war on Gilgamesh. Again, 2 of them are gonna duke it out. They can do whatever they like. I'm building my spaceship and I'm happy about it. Let's see, the space elevator needs the first boost, really. Also, I have made a lot of money. And now it's all gone. Upgraded every single rifleman I had. You have artillery. Why don't you trade
Tell
it to
me
a
what
neighbor?
you eat, and I will tell you what you are.